Hello and welcome back. Steel Pinnings here once again. This time I have for you the second edition of August locks. And if you guys have been watching any of my other previous lock videos, you know that I like to do the big hauls. And I've been busy this month. So let's start off with what I've got here out on the table. And I received these in a large purchase order I did for some Schlage SFICs. And this one was an empty little, my pin kit type of thing you could use it for. So I had gotten pretty much a pin kit sent to me by Mr. Gantry. And this was the box that they had sent to me, so I made it a full pin kit for the Titan. So I have that, so that's an awesome addition. In that was an empty lab SFIC pin kit, kind of like a portable or smaller, and it was empty. But I happened to have pretty much the same deal on this one. Was a small amount of the pins needed to pin it up. This is a little holder in it to keep them all in one place. So so I pinned it all up with the corresponding chart here, and it's for Best and Falcon lab pinning kits, but this has the Peaks pins in it as well, which are, let's see if we can pin down. Some of them here, as you can see, are spools, and in here, and there's also some key pins that are spooled as well. There. Anyhow, so now I have that little kit, which was really cool. And then he sent me an empty one of these, so I just stuck in it all my pin shoe, all my SFIC stuff, so that I can actually pin up a little core here and there. That's about all I have. Whack it with a hammer type of thing, hope for the best. But as long as I'm not doing a lot, I suppose it's a good deal. And then over here is another. This one here was another large purchase. It was for experimenting or playing around, but I got it on the cheap. They are an entire box here full of Everest cores with keys. The only thing that isn't here is you'll see a few of the cores are the end pieces. I have a bunch of end pieces that'll fit them, but a bunch of the cores are the twist cap end pieces, so I'll have to order some more caps and stuff. I'll probably find them on eBay. I'll have to pay a little more, but not a big deal. Came with an extra little follower with the master pin dump on it, a pair of pin and tweezers. This is pretty cool because it's a decap tool. Both sides is solid metal. At first I thought it was like the Sparrows one, but it is solid metal. But all in all, it was a heck of a thing to get here. I'll need to order the check pins, but I have the springs and all that junk for it. So I'll need the check pin and the end caps, that type of stuff. Not a big deal. I'll work on getting those. And to move on from there, move this stuff out of the way, and we'll move on to the coolest part, and that's the locks. And we'll kind of get the camera from dying out on us here. Zoom back into place. Sorry. Alright, here we go. Now, we'll start on the left. We saw these in the last videos, those cheap disc detainers, but they're here. And then we saw these in the bad mail video, which is the pretty cool looking multi-lock interactives. Really cool. So I got the two of those. And these are the Kaba beautiful. Well, look at that bitting. These are the Quattros. I have 2 of these. One's still in the box new, and this one I've opened and played with, and it works beautifully. I love the dimple cabas. But to throw in to boot with that, I have this beautiful half-cylinder Astral, and it is gorgeous as well, and the pinning is very intimidating, up, down, up, down. The keyway itself is very difficult, for lack of a better term. Works beautifully. Gorgeous lock. And then we'll move over to this side. And this side, I have the Sargent Kiso padlock that I showed off on that other video. I just kind of rubbed it with a little bit of cleaner, and just that's about all I'm going to do to it. I'm not going to buff it up or nothing. Works great. Couldn't be happier with it. Then over here I have my Primus collection growing. And this is a restricted keyway, the D135 keyway, and it came to me with just an operating key, and I didn't have an extra key to even try and extend it to make a control key. So I took a C145 key with the same or similar grouping on the finger pins as I could, and then cutting to make it match that one was difficult. But I also filed and Franken-keyed it to work in this lock as well. Now I just need to extend it, fine-tune that one finger pin here. You can tell the one I've worked on. Sorry, that one. And then of course extend it, and I will have a control key for it. So that'll be awesome. I didn't think I'd gonna be able to do it. They were saying, well, you can install it a one-time install. I'm like, but that isn't the complete function of the lock. So you've got me a half-functioning lock, you know, and I'm not into paying hard-earned money for half-functioning crap. So, like with that one, I got this one from the same seller, and it's the C145, and this one, since it's not a restricted keyway, I did extend it. So now I've got, if I can get it in there right. Well, anyhow, doing everything through a camera sucks. There we go. And then the operating. Okay. And those are my SFICs. Then I have a couple Primuses that I was working on. I finally got them keyed up and working again. So, and that's with all the finger pins. Great. Awesome little what I've been working on. Nothing really new except for the SFICs. Then I have this Sargent. And it is so gorgeous. And we look at the keyway here. Zoom into it a touch. And we look at it there, and we see the feather. And that feather, and being a Sargent, tells you that it is much more than a standard Sargent. And here is the key. And you can see it has 3 side bittings on each side. And those are working 3 active pins on each side that work a sidebar on the bottom on this side, and one on the bottom on this side. And then of course the 6 top pins, and it all has security pins in the drivers as well as countermilling in the core. But it works the lock oh so beautifully. Gorgeous all the way around. So that one is a pierre de resistance with that type of keyway, but it isn't all. I also have this one, which is the same type of keyway really, and it has the side bitting that works those as well. But this is a LFIC, operating key and control key, and It doesn't work the same as like the SFIC where you can extend it and make the control key. It is the actual bitting, kind of like the best style where it's a total different shear line. But it is a prize in my collection now. So that will finish off this juncture of August locks. So thank y'all for joining me. I have many more locks that I've acquired thus far, but I will finish off the month with those. If y'all like this video and like what I do here, hit that like button. And if you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button. Till we meet again, peace.